Hi guys, welcome back. Next round, San Andreas Touring Car Championship Season 2. Just put up the video yesterday of round 7, and this is round 8, and this time we are racing on Del Perro Grand Prix, a track created by Andreas just for this event, and I am starting all the way in the back in 11th position. And Sugar-Free Nos, my teammate, right in front of me. Next to me is Arrow, also in the carbon is there. And you see Doom Penguin, he is in the back too, so completely opposite positions than we had for the first race.
An alternate line.
First turn here, I tried to stay on the inside to stay out of trouble, which didn't really work. I probably should have stayed on the outside, because I kind of got squeezed in, but here I managed to get a good run up the hill on the outside, and then Arrow, he misses the braking point or gets a push from the back, completely shoots over the turn and hits two other cars, but wasn't enough for a safety car. And here I outbrake Dr. Cloden, going into 7th position. So start was okay for me. Also for my teammate in front, you see he's in 5th position actually right now, so that worked really well for Tinkle Motorsports. And Super Stepper in the Banshee, he's in 6th position right in front of us, battling with my teammate right now. Coming by the pits here, going into this downhill section, tricky braking point after that jump, and there Super Stepper just passed Sugar-Free Nos, so Nos is back in 6th position. Then down the straight, and that's already one lap of the Del Perro Grand Prix. A fun track, difficult track, especially in those sports cars, but it was a fun race. So here you see Raptor, Super Stepper, Nos and myself really close together, all battling for 4th position. And then this happens. Nos kind of touches Raptor, then he takes the line I still don't understand after rewatching the video and the footage. I don't know what he tried to do there. I think he wanted to get out of the way to wait for Raptor because he touched him. But due to that, he completely got into my line, and that was really not good for Tinkle Motorsports, because now we are in 9th and 10th place instead of being 4th and 5th. So that was really disappointing at the moment. But as I say, never give up. So race is still not over. Only 2 out of 26 laps. So a lot of stuff can happen. And here you see I'm following Doom Penguin, which I had the battle on Union Grain. Take a look at that if you haven't seen it. It was a really good battle. And here I get a better run out of that difficult turn. He kind of went onto the side there, lost a bit of speed, and allowing me to pass. So I'm back into 8th position, and this was really important, because if I would have been stuck behind Doom for the whole lap, that would have cost me a lot of time. Here, up the hill, really have a good line here with the bumps. Past Dr. Clone on the outside and the Banshee.
That was close.
So back into 7th position on lap 3. So kind of minimized the damage with my crash with my teammate. And there you just saw Doom. He's still right behind me. Also managed to pass Clone. And now we are chasing Raptor in the Carbo. And he did a really good job on this track. He's in 6th position right now. Really improved from last season. Give him credit for that. And here, that turn is so tricky with that slope to the outside. You always tend to lose the rear, especially in the Carbo. Probably in the Comet the same. And here you see sometimes Super Stepper in first, 7 seconds, then Cloud McShort, O'Darn, Endasay, Daniel Jackson, and Raptor. So nothing lost at the moment, only 7 seconds behind the leaders, and already closing on them on lap 4. So now I'm trying to overtake Raptor, same spot as with Cloden on the uphill section. Nobody took that line. I think it was the fastest. Go on the inside this time. Different position than I had to Cloden, but looks like I can make it for the turn. I'm on the outside, cut back in, and then hit the ref limiter. GG Rockstar. and Raptor passes me again, but then kind of spins out on that turn. That was also really difficult because there's a bump on the inside which just kicks up the rear, and it's really easy to lose it, as you've just seen there. So I'm into 6th position already again in lap 4, so minimize the damage of my crash. And now I'm chasing DNL Jackson in the Serrano, also a runners-up this season, really improved from last season. Also he was a member of the F1 event, going for the Fly US team. So he really has gained some experience over the last 6 months, and really good to have people being able to compete. That's always good fun. So lap 5 on the uphill section this time, no overtake here, but oh, almost catch that light bulb there. Luckily it didn't flip me over.
So done.
And then coming into this hairpin, brake hard, flick the car around, tried to hit that bump to give you a little speed boost, and then Jackson, whoa, that was close, makes a little mistake hitting the inside barrier. That could have went wrong for me, but luckily it didn't. So I'm in 5th position, slowly but surely creeping up my way to the other guys, and in front of me you see Endersay and O'Darn, the Fister Comet cars. So that looks really promising for myself at the moment, because you know O'Darn, he's my biggest threat for losing my championship title from last season. So he's at the moment, after my win at Union Grain, he's 35 points ahead. So I really need to make up points to him. And right now he's in 3rd and I'm in 5th, and that means I'm not making up points, so I have to catch up to those two. But I first have to pass his teammate Endersay. Well, we all know Australian people in this competition, they're good drivers. They're always tough to pass, especially because they are quite often lagging, and that might cause some trouble. As you have seen in the Blaine County when I was racing against Sabertooth, I had a collision there. On the first race on Cluckenbell, I had a collision with Endersay. On the last laps and last races I got lucky and wasn't too close to lagging cars, so I had no incident due to lags. But here you see I have to overtake Endersay, and we will see shortly how that goes. But for the championship I have to pass him because O'Darn, he's in front of him. I really need to pass O'Darn, or at least finish right behind him to not lose too many points. Because as long as there are still 4 races, everything can happen. He can disconnect from one race, and if I win that race, I already made up 25 points, so nothing is lost. Everything is still open. And also with Super Stepper and Cloud McShort being in 1st right now in the Banshees, and Doom Penguin, it's always easy to not reach the podium, and that makes it more difficult for me too. But if I can manage to win the race and Doran gets probably 5th, I can make up quite a huge amount of points in one race. So we will see how the remainder of the season goes. It's gonna be really interesting. Also in the end of the video I included a new driver standings to give you guys an update on what the points count actually is for this championship. So if you want to see that, you can skip to that after the race is done, or do it right now if you want to know. But it's just the result after this race, so keep that in mind if you don't want to know who wins right now. So looking at the leaderboard, Super Stepper is 9 seconds ahead of me, so he gained 2 seconds. But Endersay and O'Darn, they are really close in front of me, only 2 and 3 seconds. So that was really good for me. Actually seeing it right now that it's not O'Darn, it's Cloud McShort. So O'Darn is in 2nd at the moment, past no, I'm completely wrong, sorry for that. O'Darn is behind me. He did his first pit stop, which was a really smart decision. I should have followed him, because that way I could have avoided what's coming next with Endersay. You see, I catch up to those two, and then he does kind of spin out and I don't really hit him hard, but he just takes off like a rocket and then calls me out that I crashed into him. So that's the third lag incident I had this season, and this is like the 6th race, so quite disappointing, and I just had to wait for him because it was just obvious that I caused some trouble for him. So I'm back behind Andreas and in 5th position because O'Darn passed me again and Cloud, Super Stepper are in front. So that was really frustrating at the moment, and it was really tough to make that call to wait there, because I know I hit him on my screen, sure, that's sure. But what am I supposed to do? He's like, you see his car, he's just lagging all over the place. But I guess that's part of the competition, you have to deal with it. And it's the same for everybody. And here you see, I thought, oh look, he just ran wide, all of a sudden he jumps in front of me again. Here he runs wide, then just comes back, almost crashes me into that wooden pole. It is so dangerous to race against the lagging car. Doesn't matter who it is, it's just so dangerous. Here tried to go on the inside. I could have went for the move. It would have been a legit move, but then the problem is he doesn't know where I actually am. So if he crashes, I have to wait for him again. So I have to be so cautious, and this is just losing me so much time. Look at the gap on the map. Super Stepper, he already is up the hill, and O'Darn and Cloud make sure they are going up the hill right now. And there you see Andreas on the long straight. I have no chance against the Comet. It's just so fast on the straight that I lost so much time to that incident with Ender. I'm about 20 seconds behind Super Stepper right now, and 11 seconds behind Cloud Make Short, where before that incident I was right behind them. So could have really had a good result on this track, on this race, but I guess it's not supposed to happen. But we will see. Maybe I can overtake Ender someday. It would be really important to at least get 4th position. And here I'm going on his inside. This time I'm just going for the move, and not sure if he braked there, but I guess we had a little chat that he knew I was on his inside, and passed him there. So went into 4th position. That was really important, and this is how I raced for the next 14 laps. And eventually in the end I also managed to catch Cloud Make Short, which was really interesting because he hadn't done his 3 pit stops and I had done all of my pit stops, and in the end I was able to pass him. So I got 3rd position, Super Stepper 1, GG's 2nd win of the season, really good job. O'Darn in 2nd and myself in 3rd, meaning I lost 3 points to O'Darn and gaining 10 points on Union Grain. So for this weekend I made up 7 points to O'Darn, and we will look at the final results table right now. So there we are, the San Andreas Touring Car Championship Season 2 driver standings after round 8. O'Darn 151 points in 1st place, myself 113 points, and for 3rd and 4th place, really close battle between Super Stepper and Doom Penguin, both 80 points. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I see you next time. Bye bye.